Okay, this is a very quick introduction to one approach to drawing in Rhino using Grasshopper. I'm going to start by showing briefly arraying on a curve in Rhino. I'm going to use that in the Grasshopper environment, choosing the line function from the curve menu. We're going to select one point and multiple points and connect one to multiple points. And then finally we're going to exit Rhino by baking the model so that we can manipulate it in the Rhino environment. All right, so here's the Rhino environment. Once you've installed Grasshopper, you load it into Rhino by typing Grasshopper. You should receive something like this. So what we're going to do is we are going to set one point, and then we are also going to make a curve. In this case, I'm going to put a circle right here so you can see we're going to connect it and make a cone out of this. One other thing I need to do with the circle is I need to place one point on it, and then we're going to do array on curve. So the command in Rhino is array curve here. It's asking me to select the objects to array, and I want this point to array on that circle. So I'm going to select the point. Then it asks me to press enter when I'm done. Then it asks for the path curve. I'm selecting that, and I've already tested this out, so I want 200 points on that curve. So I'm going to click OK, and I have my 200 points now. This is what I want to start out with. At this point, I don't need the typical modeling environment. I want to be able to see this in 3D as I'm building the Grasshopper module. All right, so we want to go into the curve menu in this case. There is a line function in parameters, but let's go to curve. This gives us a few more options. I'm going to choose this line function. Okay, and the way this works is we've got two inputs and then a line comes out of this line engine, and that makes sense because between point A and point B, that's how you define a line. So we're going to define that. So we need to go back to parameters and we need points. So this point here, drag 1, drag 2, so we can get from A to B. And the way Grasshopper works is we connect these A input and B input, and now we just need to define the system and then it will generate itself. So I'm going to right click on the top point and come down and I'm setting one point. I want this to be our origin. Select that one point and it's selected. I'm going to right click on this bottom point and I'm going to select multiple points. In this case, I'm just going to drag a window over all these points, hit enter when I'm done, and you can see the model already populates. So we can look around and you can generate all kinds of interesting things, and of course you can project this onto a plane if you're doing drawings. If I want to use this in the Rhino environment, all I need to do now is right click here, probably multiple routes to do this, and I want to bake it. And we won't go into this for now. Click OK, and we should have our baked model. I'm going to close out a Grasshopper, and here we are. So we can get rid of the points if we want to, and the circle by selecting those. Right-clicking in the layers area gives us an option to change the object layer. So now those are all red. Might as well get that point in there as well. Change object layer. And then I can hide that layer. And here we are. So now you can manipulate any number of ways. So one other trick that I was using the other day was to set C-plane. And I think that I used it through another route. So we'll do this in person. There you go.